How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve, aka Steve Ninja, and welcome to my channel. So tonight I'm going to do something kind of special, which I likely won't do very often, but I'm going to do an unboxing of the Beatles Get Back. This was just released on July 12th, and some of you may know several, like earlier this year, some people may have seen these at Best Buy. You know, I know Ken from Mid-Level Media does a movie channel. And I know he did. He went through a Best Buy once and saw it on the shelf, and it was like that day it was supposed to be recalled. Apparently, there was some like a technical glitch that they had to do a recall on this. I think it was February, March sometime. And yeah, I think from what I understand on eBay, some people have bought like the one with the technical glitch, which I don't know exactly what the issue was, and if anybody wants to share in the comments what the problem was, and if they actually bought one, I'd be really curious to know if it was a big issue or if it was just a little a flaw in the video or something. I just wonder how that, or maybe there was like an audio or something like that. I just read today that there was a technical glitch and there's a recall, but I don't know exactly what the problem was, but I know that apparently I would have thought at Best Buy that they would have. If you try to take that up to the register, they would have the barcode probably wouldn't have worked. But maybe some people actually did buy them at that time, and then found out about the technical glitch later. I don't know if anybody that bought it, if Disney offered any kind of replacement disc or anything like that. I don't know, but so luckily I just bought it on Tuesday. It's on Blu-ray. If you saw this on, I assume it's still on Disney Plus as far as I know. It's a three-part docu-series kind of thing. It says nearly 8 hours of content, fully restored picture, and incredible Dolby Atmos sound. So I've watched some of it when it was, I watched it on Disney Plus, and then when I saw it was being released on Blu-ray, I kind of stopped. I think I watched watched part one, I think, and a lot of people will probably know that this was originally part of the movie Let It Be. I assume a lot of this stuff was taken from that movie. I've seen like a bootleg of that movie, and I'm sure some people have seen it. You can probably see some of it on I know you can see some of it on YouTube. I don't know if that's been pulled off of there now or not, but I think I've seen little parts of it on YouTube. But there's some like bootlegs out there of that. But this is basically two albums, Let It Be album and Abbey Road. And some people may know that Abbey Road was actually the last album the Beatles actually recorded. But Let It Be was the last album that was released when Phil Spector took it off the shelf, and it was something that was just shelved by the Beatles, and he took it off of there and finished it. And Paul McCartney always hated that apparently. It's like the Let It Be album, and Paul McCartney apparently really prefers the Let It Be Naked more, because it doesn't have the Phil Spector correction and stuff that he added to it. It doesn't have that, but obviously Abbey Road is a great album, and it was a great thing that they finished their career off with this album, because it's such an upbeat album and it's so much fun, and it's a classic album, But anyway, so I'm going to get to the unboxing. I already kind of opened the one part of it here, so it'd be easy to get open. But it's like I said, the first time I've seen anything there. It's got the little cover there. Look at that. It's got the back. The famous rooftop. Recording on Abbey, was it Apple Studios, where they, the police made them stop, they were making too much noise in the neighborhood and causing crowds to kind of form on the street, wanting to hear what the Beatles were doing, I like this though. So this opens up, and you can see it says Get Back, shows the Beatles there. Looks like it's got in there. Looks like a little book with the photos from the recording. I love the Beatles. I'm going to do a ranking of their albums sometime in the near future. But anybody that's seen on this wall, I've got a picture of the American album covers. The album earlier on, the American studios had different covers than what were released in England, and then eventually they all kind of became international kind of standard covers. But it looks like 3 discs. It has a little calendar in there. January 1969. Peter Jackson did this, the director of Lord of the Rings and King Kong and all that stuff, Dead Alive and Brain Dead, the Dead Alive is the American horror, that's the title of that movie, Brain Dead in America. We called it Dead Alive, and elsewhere everyone else called it Brain Dead, but, he started off doing horror, and then he, got a little more mainstream, and, he's from New Zealand, obviously. But yeah, it's got all these photos inside. I'll show you. There you go. Part 1. Part 2. And Part 3 is the rooftop photo there, so I can't wait to watch these. I wonder, I don't know if there was any special features or anything on these, anything extra. I don't know. It's whether over 2 hours each. Some of them are well over 2 hours. The part 3 is 138 minutes. It's like part 2 is 173 minutes. And part 1 is 157 minutes. They start off really several minutes, and they kind of get less as you go to disc 3. So, can't wait to watch that. Looks like it has some, in here it looks like some more photos you can take out. Also, got John Lennon. We got Paul McCartney, just turned 80. He actually, I have twin nieces. They turned 10 on June 18th, and Paul McCartney turned 80. So I forgot when they were born that he turned 70, and until 10 years later when they were turning 10, I found that usually they don't they announce every 10 years when you get to 70 and 80. Those are the milestones, the Paul McCartney. We got Ringo, the other surviving Beatle. That's cool. And then of course we have George Harrison. Let's see, get the glare off of that. So that's all I have tonight. So please put a like on this video. I'd really appreciate that. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel. I'm putting out more content now, a little more regularly. But obviously, my movie channel is my #1 priority. And that takes a lot of my time. So I just try to pop in and do something music related whenever I can. So it's exciting for me anyway. I like to get stuff out for people to watch. So thank you. Have a good night. Bye.